really does provide for us, my wife and I, the structure that we were looking for. We love the small groups, working on the questions over the course of a week, sharing our own ideas. So it was a lot of fun. And we went from year A to year B, and we've just registered for year C. So we're excited about that. I grew up as a Catholic, as did my wife. The Bibles that we seen as young kids were Bibles sitting probably on a coffee table in a house. Maybe had a few important papers like baptismal papers and marriage licenses within them, but it wasn't something that you'd read. So as we grew up as Catholics, we realized that we need to delve deeper into Scripture. And when I think about the Bible, I always thought about it as a collection of books. But once we started this journey, I realized it's not a collection of books. It's a collection of our history from the very beginning, starting with creation to where our church is today. It's powerful integration and not something that's just one book and then you jump into another one. And the structure of them is such a way that it's a journey of the heritage of my faith. And it's really powerful to me. In terms of our prayer life and our faith life as a couple, it really enlivened it a lot. When we go to Mass and listen to liturgy, listen to the scriptures, it takes on a whole new understanding, whether it's Paul's letters. As a lector, I always joke about Paul's letters, the run-on sentences, but now if people ask me about Paul's letters, I say they're the most powerful scripture because it outlined the theology of the Catholic Church. And so when I read it now, it has a different insight for me to read it and to share it with, the community at Mass. So it's very powerful for me. Last thing is, been thinking about how do you really get other people involved? And I think the way Deb and I got involved, because of the structure, because of the journey that you're on, it's more an academic approach, but it ultimately ends up being a spiritual approach for you personally. I kind of thought about it as it's a personal journey with a group of people, and each one of them in these groups, especially the small discussions, are really powerful, and the reflections help us guide us through the complexity, but also the real message that we see and hear in Scripture.